Hello everyone, this is Mesmerizing Melodies ASMR, and I am so excited to be with you today. Forgive me viewers, for I have sinned. It has been nearly 2 years since my last upload. I apologize. So for those of you who have continued to be subscribers on this channel in my absence, I greatly appreciate you. For those of you who maybe this is your first video of mine that you're seeing, welcome. I am a singing ASMR channel where I sing into the mic different songs and hopefully lull you to sleep. So a couple of housekeeping things. I'm rebranding. I'm not rebranding, but I am doing a few new things. So I won't be posting as often as I was when I was in my prime. I had been posting 3 videos a week for a year, a little over a year, and then I went down to 2, then I went down to 1, and it just got super burnt out. So I won't be posting really on much of a schedule. I'll just kind of be posting as the inspiration comes. So I'm not gonna be as hard on myself. I'll definitely be more gentle with myself in terms of posting content for you all, and like not pumping it out like I was. Another thing, I will be doing more custom videos. The reason I did have a few people reach out when I had posted it via my email. People got a little creepy, and that kind of shied me away from even looking at my email. So we'll be doing things differently on every one of my videos now, like from first video on. There is now a link in the description for a Google form to fill out if you are interested in a custom video. It's definitely more uniform and not, it doesn't give you as much leeway to be weird or creepy. So I'll be happy to do custom videos if you just fill out the form, and it's in the description in the form, but I'll be answering those and filming those in the order that they are received if you are interested. So that is in this description, as well as all of my other videos as well. What next? TikTok. I will be doing a TikTok channel. This is YouTube channel. TikTok account. See, I'm new. So I'll be posting shorter videos on my TikTok as well. Hopefully gain a little following there, and just have one more way to outreach to some ASMR lovers. That's pretty much it. I'm just gonna be singing some songs, kind of telling you about the last 2 years of my life, some highlights, and I'm happy to be back with you guys. So, if you enjoy my content, please feel free to like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the last time I was active on my channel was in April of 2022. That was my last video before this. The reason I stopped at that time was because my schedule was getting really, really crazy and hard to keep up with doing the channel as well. Because, and I couldn't talk about it at the time because of non-disclosure agreements, but because I had a job working on the set of Marvel Studios' She-Hulk. I ended up being Tatiana Maslany's stand-in on the show for the whole run of the show. So I was the one kind of standing in her place and like going through her blocking in every single scene as they were setting up the shot. So I was the one they were using as a reference for like lighting and camera angles and stuff throughout the whole run of the show. It was a really cool experience. I'll never forget it. I got to do not only standing in, but they also had me do some motion capture work as well, because I also had to stand in for She-Hulk too. So I was in a motion capture suit. I had all the dots on me, and they had to like figure out where her like visual effects form would be in the space as well. So I got to do a lot of motion capture work, which was very cool. Fun fact, there were some days where Tatiana wasn't there, And I got to do some of the motion capture work for some of the like fight scenes. So if you're familiar with the show, or if you watched it, the episode where Matt Murdock comes and She-Hulk and Daredevil are fighting in the parking lot, a lot of that stuff, especially her thunderclap, that was me in a motion capture suit. So it's stuff like that. It was so cool. What else did I do? I also did a lot of hand doubling for Tatiana. So if she had already done like her scenes and, you know, her facial shots and all that, and she had somewhere else to be, and they still had other like smaller shots to do, they would use my hands for like if she needed a shot of her like writing something down, or like in the wedding scene, in the wedding episode where she's drinking a lot at the cash bar. There's a couple shots where she's slamming cash down on the bar. That's my hand. It's stuff like that. That was cool. They also used me as off-camera dialogue. So if Tatiana wasn't there and they were doing like other shots, like if they had like Mark Ruffalo on set but Tatiana wasn't there, but it was a scene between Hulk and She-Hulk, I got to read Tatiana's lines to Mark Ruffalo off camera. Also, by the way, all these cast members were like as sweet as they could be. They were so kind, every single one. Save for one, but I'm not gonna mention them. What I can tell you is Mark Ruffalo is actually a sweetheart, and Tatiana Maslany is so cool and so nice, and it was really cool to like work with her every day. And then towards the very end of shooting, the director was very kind and offered to give me a line in the show, as well as another stand-in who his line made the cut. Unfortunately, mine didn't. My line was supposed to happen after that first fight with Titania and She-Hulk in the courtroom, I think in the first or second episode. My scene was I was getting interviewed outside of the courthouse as an eyewitness to the fight, and I had to like describe the fight to like this news reporter. The scene, my line itself didn't make it in, but there is a moment in the second episode where She-Hulk and her friend go into their like bar that they hang out at, and if you look on the screen just as they're entering the bar, it's a shot of me filming, you know, it's me on the news talking. So I did make the cut, but my line didn't make the cut, if that makes sense. That was a really cool experience. I got my SAG eligibility with that, so I could be a SAG actor if I wanted to, which is a very cool thing. Yeah, it was just an amazing experience, and I'll never forget it. There was some, and also like the friends that I made, like the other two stand-ins who were there for the whole run, were such good people, and I really enjoyed my time with them. Shout out to Sana and Rory. But yeah, so that was one major thing that happened right around the time that I stopped posting, was because I was doing this. It was all-consuming, I'll say that. So I don't know. She-Hulk didn't really have like any like famous music or like notable music, I'd like to say. So I'll just do the Avengers theme. sadder note, so there was a cat that I had in a few of my videos. His name was Pumpkin. If people who have been with me for a while will remember him. He did pass. He was 18 and a half. He passed in June of 2022. So yeah, it was that was tough. He was an old man. But it was his time. He got some kidney stuff, diagnoses and all that. And he was so old and surgery wasn't an option, and we just had to do the right thing and let him go peacefully instead of in pain. So shout out to Pumpkin. He is no longer with us. But I do have think positive. Little something to commemorate cats. He was such a good boy. We had him since October of 2003. So when I was in elementary school was when we got him, and it's just crazy to think about. He was with me for a large portion of my life. But he crossed the Rainbow Bridge, and he's with our other departed cats as well. Previously departed. So yeah, I'll miss him every day, but I know that he's in a better place. So, pour one out for Pumpkin, the OG. What else? I've gone through a lot of... I'm a wretched millennial, and I've gone through a lot of job trauma? No, that's not the right word. Uncertainty. I've had a lot of jobs, different jobs, that I have chosen to kind of move on and try something new because nothing's quite fit. I've gone through a few jobs since I was posting, so I was on She-Hulk, but when that run ended, you're out of work again when they stop filming, so I luckily was able to get a long-term job as a background actor on the show Dynasty. So I did that for a few months, and then that wrapped. And then what did I do next? Oh, I got a receptionist job, which I've had many customer service receptionist jobs in the past as well. But I got a receptionist job at a family friend's chiropractic office and functional medicine office. So I did that for about a year. And that wasn't it. Just shout out to medical receptionists. They are the real deal. It is no joke. You deal with a lot of difficult people. Speaking of difficult people, I ended up applying and got the job because I wanted flying benefits. I got a job as a customer service rep for Delta Vacations. Work from home. So I was like, work from home? Do a customer service job in my sleep. So, crazily enough, this job was 11 weeks of training. I've never had that long before you're actually on the job before. I was a flight attendant too, previously, years ago, in 2018. And that training process was like 6 weeks, not 11 weeks to work from home for customer service. So kind of crazy. That job, it's tough. Also, customer service reps, shout out, because my god, no one's calling for a friendly chat. People are angry. So that kind of wore on me after a while too. I ended up lining up another job at a cat shelter. That's where I'm currently working. I work at a wonderful cat shelter, and dog shelter too. It's a whole organization with many different locations in the area that I live in. Live in the meow. So I am they call me a data entry and foster liaison. So I'm the one who makes all of the animals' profiles. once they arrive and have their intake vetting done and all that. So yeah, I'm the one who makes their profiles. I'm also the one who coordinates getting a lot of these animals foster parents for the time being, just to kind of give some space for more animals to come in. So I'm that person as well, and I get to take lots of photos of cats as I make their profiles. So it's a really good job, and I really enjoy the cats, and I enjoy the people, and just doing some good work for a nonprofit, you know. I also may have gotten a new cat. I thought it could last long. When I started the job, my mom had said, you know, don't, you know, you're weak. you're gonna end up getting a cat. Be careful, you know, treat it as a cat zoo. You can go and look at the zoo animals, but probably shouldn't be taking them home. And I thought that was a good approach, you know? Look, but don't take home. And my mother knew me too well because I couldn't do it. I ended up getting a cat. I'll grab him in a moment and show you. His name is Gandalf the Grey. He's a magical wizard, and he's a goober. Here, let me go grab him. One moment. Behold, behold, Gandalf the Grey. He's a big goober. Say hi. Say hi to your adoring fans. He's a big cat, too. Big boy. You looking everywhere but? You say hello? No. He's shy? Now he's camera shy. Aww. So that was my cat, Gandalf. Again, a magical wizard. So that's where I'm at job-wise. What else? I have gone a few places. I have been, gosh, I'm trying to remember. I've been so many places. Went to DC, went to Seattle for the first time. That was lovely. Went to San Diego for San Diego Comic-Con last year. That was a great time. I had never been to the West Coast. I had never seen the Pacific Ocean, so that was a cool experience. I went to New York to visit family, and I went to a few weddings out of state. That was fun. Those were fun. Went to Disney World and last year, and then I also recently just came back from Universal, and I went to Harry Potter World in Universal for the first time. Oh my god, freaking amazing. They spared no expense. That was so cool. I had a really good time there. So I'll do a little Harry Potter music now. I realize I haven't been singing as much. So speaking of Harry Potter, I've gotten into some gaming lately, of late. So I know I did a video game early on in my channel. I did a video game video where I was showing you all, you know, video games from my past and my controllers and games that I have. And I kind of lost that for a while. But lately I've had some influence that I should get back into gaming, and it's been so great. So speaking of Harry Potter, I played Hogwarts Legacy. What a cool game. Like, I've been waiting for a kind of more immersive Harry Potter game basically since it came out, you know? Because, you know, you did the PC games when you were little with the very warped people, you know? Hello, Harry, it's me, Hagrid. Wait, what's the other line? I'm off to the Three Broomsticks for butterbeer. For a few butterbeers if you need me. I'll meet you when you're all done. But, those games were fun. But, like, Hogwarts Legacy is freaking amazing in terms of the detail and the things that you can do. It is your own, like, Hogwarts story. I'm a Slytherin girl, through and through. So naturally I had to be in my own house. But that was a great game. What's my other games that I played? Oh, got into some Star Wars games. I had played Fallen Order, Jedi. Not Jedi Survivor, just the new one came out. So yeah, Fallen Order is what I played. I haven't played Jedi Survivor yet, because I've kind of been taking breaks. What after that? I'm blanking. Oh, of course, Zelda. Oh my god. So unfortunately, I've been preoccupied with PS5 games, but I started Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not really close to finishing it. I hadn't been as consistent with it, so I need to get back to that. But it was great from what I saw. What else? And of course, lately, I've been playing a little game called Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, so I had never played any, like, major, like, roleplay games that are that intricate. It was a lot of, like, technical button pressing and, like, logistics that I hadn't been used to with gaming. It was definitely more advanced than I had been used to. You know, I'm used to Nintendo, where it's very cut and dry, but Baldur's Gate was very complex, is very complex, and I'm getting better at it slowly, but it's such a cool game, and I, of course, love the fantasy, and I love the roleplay aspect, and I also love romancing people. I'm a lover. Currently, I started the game attempting to romance Astarion, but I think I'm too lawful good for him. So, turning into a Gale romance. So, if you're playing Baldur's Gate, let me know who you're romancing and how's that going for you. So, I love the music in Baldur's Gate too. So, I will sing a song called Down by the River. I'm gonna take my lyrics out just so we can all get the right notes and the right words out. One moment while I grab that. I probably should have queued this up beforehand. But what are you gonna do? It's coming. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. There it is. And lyrics. Ooh, I don't have a place to put my... Oh, I'm so out of practice. I need a place to use my water bottle. Don't make too much noise. Use my water bottle to hold or lean my phone against. There we go. Alright, so this is a song called Down by the River from the Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack. Lace your heart with mine. sleeping soul, take flight, take me through the night. Down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. Hanging moon in fog, mists will lead where you belong. Sweep me off my feet. Down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. Inky embers swirl and dance. Just leave the flames and take a chance to be with me tonight. Take my hand and hold it tight, 'cause you and I are everywhere. The night is young, we're going down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. Don't wake me up, just leave me there, dreaming. Ah, it's so good. I'm currently playing a druid. So honestly, I wasn't as familiar with a lot of D&D lore and classes and all that. Luckily, I have someone in my life who is a major nerd and has been a DM for 8 years. For those of you who don't know, DM is a dungeon master, basically the person who plays D&D and like creates the storyline and kind of is the narrator, the one kind of calling the shots in the game. So he's been a dungeon master for 3 different campaigns for 8 years. So I had a good reference. Kind of helped me make my character, but it's been so fun, and I highly recommend if you have access to Baldur's Gate 3 and you are ready for a full immersive fantasy roleplay game where there are so many different choices and outcomes and how people react to you based on your choices. It is so intricate and so good. I highly recommend Baldur's Gate 3. So I apologize that this video wasn't very musical. Kind of ended up being more of a catch-up chat. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, maybe I'll do a Q&A. If you have any questions or just want my opinion on something or are curious about something about me, or anything that's happened within the last 2 years, my opinion on things, why don't you put it in the comments. Maybe I'll do a Q&A and we'll catch up even more. So, again, be on the lookout for new content on TikTok, and I'll be better about my Instagram. I'm not really an Instagram girly anyway, but I'm going to try and do better for this channel. And if you would like a custom video, feel free to fill out the submission form below in the description box, and I'll be happy to get to it. But guys, I'm so happy to be back. I'll post more singing videos soon. I just felt like I owed you guys a catch-up chat. But it's wonderful to be back. I thank you